And got to move on, Peter. Just Stop Oil, he said with a yawn. They're at it again. Incredibly, they've been to the National History Museum and covered the world's, or a replica of the world's biggest dinosaur. It's called a Titanosaur. It's a special exhibition. It's called the Titanosaur, Life as the Biggest Dinosaur. They've covered it, of course, in orange paint. There they go. There's special lighting there. These are two medics, actually. One's called Dr. Will Stableforth. He's a consultant gastroenterologist. And Steve Fay, who's a physiotherapist. They covered this gigantic model in orange cornstarch. It's 121 feet long. You know, they think this is going to save the planet. Of course it isn't. But the reason they're doing this is, or they continue to do this. We saw them defacing the Wellington Arch yesterday in London, so they're really back on their game again, doing this regularly. But just before they defaced the Wellington Arch, and now this, the guy who ran onto Lord's cricket pitch in the summer was sentenced in court. He was the one who hilariously was carried off by Johnny Bairstow, the England wicketkeeper. You know, but his sentence was a year of community order. So he'll spend a year doing shopping for old ladies, painting, old age pensioners' houses, things like that. Now, you know, that's not much of a deterrent. Why don't they send these people to jail?
No, it's not. Well, because the jails are all full. That's why they're not sending them to prison, unfortunately.
Well, a tough sentence to deter the others.
Yeah, and the thing is, what this tiny cult is now doing, and of course it is a cult, their behaviour is absolutely cultish. I said that with an L, just for clarity.
You did.
And they are picking on national treasures. Wellington Arch, for example, a beautiful piece of architecture, treasured by the nation. They also had a plot to disrupt Strictly thwarted by journalists very recently. So they're picking on things that are much loved by the nation. And this dinosaur display, which, by the way, we've borrowed graciously from a museum in Argentina, is a treasure for children to go and visit during half-term. It's half-term for many schools this week, half-term for many schools next week. Of course the kids are going to be queuing with excitement to want to go and see a dinosaur. We know so many children go through that love of dinosaurs when they're kids. And this is something they will have wanted to go and see, will have been looking forward to it. And this pathetic cult have now destroyed that pleasure for so many people. Each and every one of these appalling acts loses them support, marginalises them even further, and they are going to see an enormous backlash, which we've already seen elements of, with them being dragged off the streets by members of the public and the such like. And how cowardly is it to do something like this in a museum where they know there'll be security, where they know they won't be out on the streets facing scaffolders and other van drivers and the like? They are pathetic and cowardly.
I think that we've got to, you're right, prisons are full, but we've got to devise a kind of punishment that's going to deter these people. When we started sending Insulate Britain to jail, guess what? They stopped doing it. When we started sending Extinction Rebellion to jail, they stopped blocking bridges. Now, we can't put these people in prison, but let me ask the audience, what do you think